Hello and welcome to Straight from the Cloverfield, episode 99. Today we're going to talk about a huge deal that needs to be spoken of. It's very important because nobody can afford to be silent on this anymore. It needs to stop. So here's my speech. As we all know, Thanksgiving is this week. For those that happen to reside on this part of the earth known as America, we sit with friends and family and enjoy a nice meal together. This is a wonderful thing, and everyone deserves to live in peace, eat, and be with friends and family. This was taken from the indigenous so long ago. Entitled white supremacists invaded their land, murdered them, took what they wanted. Such a blatant disregard for human life, and to top it all off, schools are taught here that Columbus discovered America. Why nobody seemed to have a problem with this when my partner went through school, the so-called education system, I will never know. She always loathed this tragic fact and did not succumb to the brainwashing of history class and the participation in, this is very, very hard to read, and the participation in the voter indoctrination program. Many are infuriated with the inhumane way that the indigenous were treated, and we stand with their teachings, and we are inspired by, and stand with them today, and we are inspired by their teachings. Today, the indigenous people of Palestine are suffering another land grab and mass murder. While we get to have a warm place to be and enjoy a meal with our family and friends, they are having their families, their land, and their homes desecrated. They need food, water, medical care, and love. We don't even know what charities are legitimate and if the victims are getting what they claim to give. The state of Israel is known to take and block donations. Let me be clear. Let me be blatantly clear for those who may be ready to vomit the ad hominem attack, magic word, anti-Semitic. We have every right granted by the law of nature to criticize a genocidal regime that murders its own citizens. I encourage my viewers to gather with friends and family this Thanksgiving and discuss creative ways to speak up and spread awareness of this atrocity being committed against our Palestinian brothers and sisters and the citizens of Israel that have been victimized by their own government, just like many stood against the Vietnam War and the people ended it. Those who feast on popularity are always drunk on ego. They cannot tolerate criticism. They surrender easily and take their buddies down with them. I really apologize for this handwriting. We wrote it by hand because we did not want to print out and waste paper. So we're trying to do everything that we can to respect the earth and everybody, beings that don't deserve to be tortured. The harpoon of truth is traveling through our lips and our art. It is beginning to pierce the putrid sac of their dormant shame, which has begun to consume them from the inside out. The denial is rampant as they scream ridiculous magic words of anti-Semitic and sanctions. We refuse to sit idly by and allow them to turn a blind eye to the slaughter of children. We can see the blood on their hands through their content of character and their love affair with money. They vehemently deny their internal shame because they fear the consequences of the vengeful one. They think that the vengeful one is a killer like them. No, the vengeful one exposes the shame of the malevolent and watches that bloodthirsty monster consume them from the inside out as they cower in disgrace, shamefully devastated and naked. In this, the soul is returned to source, never to return to earth. Every benevolent soul that they murdered was a soul that will return to earth. They, the war criminals, will never return and will always be remembered as a savage like Hitler and all the others that were Stalin and all the other jerk. I can't even figure out a word to describe these horrible, decrepit individuals. We are the vengeful one. We need to speak out. Speak out. As many of us as we can, speak out. Because we are the vengeful one. This is a great work. This is what we do through our art, through whatever we have, whatever skills we have. The vengeful one. We are the vengeful one. We outnumber the ridiculously small, malevolent majority. No. Malevolent. Oh, what the hell? It's not what. I do not know what. See, the actual speech is written on the phone, which we can't read from because we gotta write it because we didn't want to print it. We are the vengeful one. We outnumber the ridiculously small, malevolent group, bloodstained hands. They are a ridiculously small amount of individuals. We have an obligation to stand up for the Palestinian people and the citizens of Israel that are also being victimized and by the war criminals and bring the war criminals to justice. What if somebody came to take our homes and murder our loved ones? Now, that arrest warrants are being issued, the Hezbollah boogeyman has magically returned. Netanyahu choke on his tongue. There are 5-year-old Palestinian children with a death wish because of the carnage that they have witnessed. They are literally trapped there in Gaza with all of the adoption red tape. There are requests for the adopted parents to be Muslim. Not only are these children stuck in a war zone, they are oppressed by religious indoctrination before they are old enough to decide what they want to be. If they don't have some type of Christian marking or paperwork from their parents, they are assumed Muslim. Why can't a child just be a child? Why can't a child just be a child without coercion and religious indoctrination of any kind? We were thinking about giving an orphan from Gaza a home of love and kindness. And we researched and found out that their keepers had strict guidelines before they could be adopted. Every child deserves a good home, and the orphans of Gaza do not deserve to be trapped in hell on earth. How dare these controllers hold their fate for a better life captive? Many loving families want to give them a good home. Why can't a good family adopt a child and allow the child to choose if they want to be Muslim? If that is what the child chooses through their own volition, then that should be encouraged. Every child on earth should learn that they have the right to choose their own lifestyle as long as it does not inflict harm on others. The bottom line is always treat others how you would like to be treated. For some reason, the state of Israel, the state of America, the state of Germany, countless order followers, pawns calling themselves Israeli Defense Forces, America's pawn, Department of Defense, the state of Germany, and all other regimes that reject the arrest of Netanyahu and his cronies believe that this law of nature does not apply to them. Why is this? The people need to stand together against this revolting behavior, because if they do not, we are next. And not because we are next, but because we stand up for our brothers and sisters, because to hurt one is to hurt all, and it's not right, and it's evil, it's wrong, it's sick. And I love every child deserves to have a loving family. And it needs to stop. The children cannot afford to have to live there any longer. They need health care. They need somebody to talk to. They need to be understood. They need to have a voice. The great man of an order follower is easily weaponized by the malevolent few. The Native American genocide, the Holocaust, the Native American genocide, the Holocaust, the Armenian genocide, South African apartheid, the victims of the Vietnamese War, how the Vietnamese were treated in that war, and the Vietnam War, and the Japanese were treated, and other less known war that goes on that you don't hear about, whoever be treating somebody wrong. And now Gaza. Our mission is peace on earth for everyone. And our work is to speak out. And those who defile the mission of peace on earth and rob that from others must be held accountable for their actions. Earth is crying out for war. Earth is crying out for the end of war now and forever. Speak out unapologetically. Use your voice, your talent, your skills that the fabric of creation has instilled in you. Earth is crying. Earth is crying. May we rise together and dry each other's tears. I hope this was helpful. Sorry I misspoke a few times, and because it's really hard to deliver a speech like this, because it's hard. It's really hard. And nobody should be treated this way. And I will not be silent. None of us should be silent. We need to bring our skills together, do whatever we can, and help these children who need a home and are being denied that. A child is a child. A child deserves to have a childhood and live as a child is to be a child. So, hope this was helpful, and I hope people discuss this over the meal and come together to fight for these children to have a lovely meal with loving people that care about their well-being. So thank you for listening, and I will see you on the next one.